Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent, and if you do enjoy the videos, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Now is the time. We spoke about it yesterday about this week being a very important week and there being, a 24 to 36 hour window where we were going to start to see some movement happening. And movement we are seeing. Now, at the time of making this, we're sitting at $1.20, 1.14% up. But we're starting to see the entire market start to move in a very positive way with, at the time of making this, Bitcoin being at $65,654.95. Don't forget the 95 cents. But let's talk about Ripple because there's been some major news come through. Now, a trader who called the last Bitcoin correction says that XRP is one resistance away from rallying to all new time highs. Now, this is very, very, very critical, very important. We know that we looked at the charts. We've been looking at the charts. We know where we're at. And we're just waiting for that 135. Consolidation above 135. And we are set for a major explosion. Now, he talks about going above 160 and consolidating above 160 being a major talking point and an even higher level of bullish signal. I agree with that too. For me personally, 135, but if you really want to be 100% sure about this next move, then a consolidation above $1.60 is really important. But before we get to the prices, right, let's talk about what is happening, right? So SEC versus Ripple, what to wait for in XRP lawsuit agenda. Now, obviously, there is a January 14, 2022 timeline, but there are other things that are going to be happening, right? So December 6th is the deadline for the SEC to comply with the judge's order regarding the discovery dispute, including identifying any term in the XRP sales contract that could create an exemption of profits and explaining if Ripple's efforts were necessary to affect the price of XRP. That there, December 6th, is a very critical point in the SEC's case, because failure to do so, the judge could rule in Ripple's favor. Because what they're saying is, well, did XRP sales contract impact the price of XRP? In any way? If they can't prove that, then we're out of here. So very critical moment. So I don't think you're going to have to wait until January 14 because I think the party is about to get started very soon. And there are, of course, talks about lots of things happening behind the scenes. But December 6th, we're going to be looking for that and really trying to get a very good understanding of what is going on there. Now, the big news of today is that Ripple powers first of its kind payment corridor between the UAE and Pakistan. Massive. What a way to kick off the week. What a way to kick off the week. This is huge. This is massive. Yet again, more partnerships, more connecting the world. It's incredible. It's incredible. And for me, the way that Ripple has gone this year about creating more partnership, connecting themselves to all over the world, and not to mention that this on-demand liquidity payment method, right, is revolutionary and it's so important, so important. So for me, it's really it's a big one. I'm glad that it's happened right at the beginning of the week because it is a great way to kick off what I think will be a very bullish week. And of course, we're going to talk about this and talk about the prices and everything like that. But is it a good time to long XRP? And here are the important levels, right? So everybody's starting to talk about it's time to go long on XRP. And long, for those of you that might be new, means, bullish. It means going up. It means that a lot of experts are now looking at the XRP charts and going, you know what? The time has come to go long. And if I'm thinking it, you're thinking it, do you know who else is going to think it? The whales. And the whales are really the ones that determine mass movements in the market. Not you and I. We're little crumbs in this gigantic billions and billions of dollar industry. Now, if the whales wake up, then it's party time. So the new Bitcoin ETF will be listed on November 16. We are waiting for that. More bullish news to come. We're already starting to see today that the market is starting to move. And I laugh that people thought that this was it, that this was the end, because let me tell you, we are far from done in this bull run. It's not financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor, but we are far from done with this bull run. There is plenty more to come. Plenty more to come. Now, of course, this news, with the 6th largest remittance receiving country in the world, is enormous, and it will have a ripple effect on the market. Now, remember that these partnerships don't necessarily mean a price change today. It takes months for these things to then come through and then for the volume to start to kick in. It's a positive news today, but you won't see a price action purely from this today. You will see it in the weeks and months to come. Just be mindful of that. Now, as I said, how big of a deal is it? It's a massive deal. Massive, massive, massive deal. Because it is, like I said, an important step, an initiative, right? It's a major boost for Pakistan payments corridor. The UAE once again showing its flex when it comes to how bullish they are on blockchain, and ultimately it's it's a fantastic way to kick off the week. Now, I like what this gentleman has mentioned, right? Snippet from the September 2021 World Bank Fast Payment Toolkit. Now, in that particular there is Ripple driver mentioned there, Ripple networks mentioned under the networks, and Ripple mentioned here again. So this is huge, right? So this is the World Bank Fast Payments Toolkit. This is no chip change. Like these are big leagues, right? So we are set for an incredible end to the year, an incredible 2022. All the hard work that has been done this year to create the right partnerships, to create the right connections, they are all going to start to pay off one after another, after another, after another. That's why the XRP community is so bullish on XRP. We know what's coming, right? And unfortunately, the market will wait until it's a double-digit token to coin to take it seriously, and that really is a shame. But again, it's completely up to you. You're completely in control of your future, and nobody should be making that decision but you. Remember that. Let's jump into a tiny. Let's have a look at some indicators. Now, as we begin to look at the charts, and we're looking in particular at the moment at the 1 hour, we've seen the volume has started to come through. Now, I did mention that we were going to be at 24. It was going to be roughly a 24 to 36 hour window. And it looks like that it's come a little bit quicker, because we've gone straight away. We went from 118, we jumped all the way to 121. We're now coming back inside the Bollinger Band. This is on the hourly, by the way, but volume has started to come through. Now, when we look at the 4 hour, remember that all of these were either bearish yesterday or there wasn't much movement. RSI sitting in the middle on the 4 hour. Movement has started to come through. MACD has gone bullish, and you can see the gap is starting to spread. Now, when we look at the 12 hour, the 12 hour is still not bullish, so we're not out of it just yet. Just don't get too excited just yet. And then on the daily, we're still in the bearish. So it's great, it's good, it's positive, 1.41%, but it's nothing yet. We need to wait for that 135, consolidating above 135, to have clear confirmation that we are back and back in a big way, which I do believe this week will be that week. But just don't be fooled about 1.41% going up. And remember, at the time of making this, because we need to wait for clear confirmations. But this week, I think it's going to be a massive, massive, massive week. Let's jump and have a look at some drawings. Now, beginning to talk about massive weeks, we kick off with this, right? The retest has been confirmed again and again and again. We had the breakout. The retest has been confirmed, and now we are off. And, like I said, we're going to start to see lots and lots of movements coming through, and primarily we're now going to be pushing towards that 196, and $1.96 is going to be very, very important. The reason why we were a ticking time bomb is because of this. We were coming to the end of this. When you get to the end of that, you either go up or you go down, and we've decided to go up, but we wait now for that confirmation. We wait for the confirmation. I'll repeat it. Now, a move towards $2 will look something like this, which I did mention. And like I said, we've had now that confirmation that we're starting to see volume kick in, but 135 and above 135, and then we are off. And we're going to go off, and we're going all the way to breaking the previous all-time high and reaching that 450 to 460 mark, 420 to 460 roughly, before we consolidate for a bit and jump off into double digits. 197 will be major talking point, $3 to 330 will be a major talking point, and then we break towards 450 and above. As we go forward, we then start to look at $6.23 as very, very important areas. $8 will be an important area. 11 will be an important area before we go off towards 16. But what a way to kick off the week. I am absolutely pumped for this week. I hope you're pumped for this week. And if you did learn something new today, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. As always, thank you. And I look forward to see you on the next one.